Good morning, Mr. Shucker. My name's Josh and I'll be conducting a health check on your XC90 today. To begin with, round at the near side front of the vehicle, this tyre is on 3mm at the lowest point. There's no cuts or gouges to the tyre itself. It does appear to be in relatively good condition, and coming round onto the brake pads on the front are on 10mm. The discs are in a good condition. Suspension components and mounts on the near side front all check out as okay. There's no excessive movement in any of the bushes, all the mounts are sprint intact and the shock absorber's not leaking. Engine and gearbox are both nice and dry, and coming across onto the offside front suspension components and mounts, they're all intact and operating as they should be. Offside front tyre is on 3.7mm, and that's at the lowest point. Again, there's no cuts or gouges in the tyre. And coming round onto the brake pads on the front are on 10mm and the discs are in good condition. Coming down the centre of the vehicle now, the exhaust is nice and secure, and there's no leaks down towards the rear axle. Coming down towards the rear axle components such as springs, shock absorbers, bushes and mounts are all intact and operating as they should be. No excessive movement in any of the bushes or the mounts, and this applies to both sides. Coming around onto the offside rear tyre, this tyre is on 5.1mm, and again that's at the lowest point. We're coming around into the brakes now. The brake pads on the offside rear are on 7mm. Again, the discs are in a good condition. And coming across the axle to the near side rear tyre is on 4.2mm. Again, nothing penetrating, no cuts or gouges. And finally, onto the brakes on the near side rear, brake pads are on 7mm and the discs are in a relatively good condition. That concludes the VHC. There's nothing really to report. We can carry on with your service and we'll get in touch with you if there's any further information that we need or are willing to provide. I'll pass all this information on to the service advisor and we shall be in touch. Thank you very much and have a nice day.